Alrighty, welcome back to Beers with Boydo. So it's Wednesday afternoon. I just finished work at Dan Murphy's here in Coogee. Now, first of all, how good is rough Aussie lager? That's like the concept of today's video. I've got a long neck of Melbourne Bitter in my esky bag here. So that's going to be the main beer we're drinking today. But first of all, we're just going to head to the Coogee Bowling Club here. I just want to get a schooner of a beer that we've seen here. I've started a couple of videos here and I've seen this beer here. I've never got it and I thought, you know what, I just finished work, I'd love a schooner. So we'll start off the video at the bowling club. We'll get a schooner of this beer and then we'll chat more about why we got a bottle or long neck of the Melbourne Bitter. Now it's funny, this beer we're going to start on, I don't think it's going to be rough, and I guess that's kind of the whole point. We want to get a nice Aussie lager and then we'll see how rough the Melbourne Bitter is. The Melbourne Bitter might not even be that rough out of the long neck. I always say long necks of beer in Australia are the best. So yeah, we'll see. So we'll get over to the bowling club here. So we just sit somewhere out there, but like the sun's fully out. It's been a weird day, like it's been about 28 degrees and then about 15 minutes before when I was meant to finish work, I looked out the doors and it was just pissing down with rain. Like it was raining so hard. And I thought, shit, I'm not going to be able to do the video because you want to go drink the beer on the beach. And then within 20 minutes, it's cleared up, sun's out. So you can see all the grass is still wet. Still wet on the pavement here. But here it is. We'll actually call it the Coogee Beach Club. So yeah, we'll head in and grab this scooey. Right, so yeah, I'll just get a schooner please of this Gage Roads Huey Coastal Lager, please. Off to a good start. Cold schooner glass, that's always good, straight out of the fridge. Oh, amazing, thank you. Alrighty, pretty empty. I mean, it's Wednesday afternoon. It's what, 4:15 in the arvo. We'll just step out here. Oh, look at that. Stop it. What a way to spend your Wednesday arvo. So, shout out to them. They gave me the schooner for free because yeah, they said I've been here a couple of times doing the video. So if you're in Coogee, get into the Coogee Beach Club or Bowling Club because cracking spot for it. Now I don't know if these tables are going to be wet because as I said, it just pissed down with rain. So I usually set up in this corner, but yeah, look at that. I mean, this is like a session spot if ever I've seen it. Oh, bang, cold schooner after work, shit yeah. Alrighty, we're all set up. I'm not gonna sit down because this part of the bench is soaking wet and you want like the light behind the camera, so I can't set up the other way. But anyway, we've got this beer here from Gage Roads. Now, this isn't the one I wanted. They've taken off the tap the one that I wanted. The one that I wanted was the AUSSIE Draft. I think in the last video I came here, I don't know which one it was. Could have been the Swan Draft video. I think I left and I said, what's that AUSSIE Draft? I was like, what is that? And then I've just seen it pop up on Instagram now recently, just in different clips on Instagram from different people. I've seen like just seen AUSSIE Draft on Instagram. I'm thinking, rightio, we'll go get one of them soon. And then I had a bit of a Google and it seems like Gage Roads was brewing the AUSSIE Draft. And they've got most of their, or some of their beers here. So they've taken it off and I guess they've put this lager in its place. What was this, 3.8% I believe? The AUSSIE Draft was 4.2. So anyway, we're still getting it's still a beer brewed by the same brewery, Gage Roads. They're from Western Australia. They're known for their summer ale, very popular at the Dan Murphy's I work at. So anyway, we'll get stuck in. Oh, and as I said, I think this is going to have no roughness about it. Like, these craft brewers, when they do lagers, they're never rough. And actually, that's something I want to talk about later on. Well, maybe we'll talk about it now. Anyway, I mean, the sun is back out and it is beaming. Like, I'm so hot. Oh, this is gonna go down too quick, I think. Just, yeah, look, typical lager smell, but not like a typical craft one. It just smells, actually just smells real Aussie lager-like. Not like it's got some fruity hop or anything in it, which is good, I like that. Oh, that's sensational. That is sensational. That actually just tastes like a classic Aussie lager. I can't believe it. Like, because what I was going to say is, like, you know, a lot of craft brewers, when they do a lager, it's kind of like they're trying too hard to make it, like, I guess, really good in the terms of, like, have a bit of hoppiness going on or something going on. When you look at all the big macro Aussie lagers, like, they just taste like Aussie lager, you know? There's no, like, hop presence really going on. And this is got that. Like, it's just... What I'm trying to say is, when I get a lager from a craft brewer, like, I just want a lager, you know? I don't want, like, hoppiness going on, even if it's mild. But look, I guess people love that, so it's what you're used to. I grew up just drinking the macro Aussie lagers, so I guess that's what it's all about. But this, yeah, no roughness to this whatsoever. Yeah, I'm impressed, eh? Never seen that one before either. Let me know if you had that one in the comments. All right, I'll kind of slow it down a bit, and we'll film somewhere else, and then yeah, we'll start chatting about why we're doing Melbourne Bitter. Oh, so good. If anyone knows where in Sydney you can get a case of these Gauge Roads, what was it, the Huey Coastal Lager? Let me know, because this is the type of beer I want to get a case of for summer. Like, 3.8%, just tastes like straight up Aussie lager. There's not much going on with it, it's just the perfect session beer, right? Like, oh, that's amazing. Alrighty, so yeah, we're doing the Melbourne Bitter Longneck today. Who was it commented last week on my video? He goes by the YouTube handle Fergulator. He said, what did he say? He said, a good Aussie lager with a touch of roughness would be Melbourne Bitter Longneck. And I read the comment and I was like, right, dude, yes, I've been thinking about that for so long. I did a video maybe 6, 7, 8 months ago now. I drank a VB Longneck in the bush. If you remember that video. And then pretty much like the next week, I was going to do Melbourne Bitter Longneck. But then, kind of what always happens with me in this channel, I've got an idea for a video and then something better just pops up and something better pops up. Just things just get in the way of the video ideas. So this Melbourne Bitter one, it's been so many weeks where I've gone to do it and then something else I just think of. But then when Fergulator commented last week, it was like a sign. I was like, rightio, we're doing Melbourne Bitter next week. I've been thinking about it now for ages. And I guess the reason we're doing the Melbourne Bitter Longneck is because I do think it is a rough Aussie lager. I think it was in my Aussie Macro Lager pub crawl. I think it was that one. No, it could have been the Drinking Random Beers pub crawl. Anyway, we found Melbourne Bitter at a pub in Surrey Hills. We got a pint of it. And from memory, it was rough. And I got a good mate of mine, Jake. Back in the day, he used to swear by Melbourne Bitter. He would always drink Melbourne Bitter tinnies, and he'd give me one every now and then, and I'd just be like, oh, it's just a bit too rough for me, man. So, yeah, but that's why I got the Melbourne Bitter Longneck today, just to appreciate rough Aussie lager. As I just said, that's like, you know, when I turned 17, 18, that's what I was drinking, was the big macro Aussie lagers. I got a soft spot for them, and I do like them when they got a touch of roughness, and I'm so eager to see how rough is the Melbourne Bitter Longneck, because yeah, the Longnecks just always hit so nicely here in Australia. Anyway, we'll take the glass back in. We'll head to the beach. Actually, I might go for a swim and then we'll keep filming. I got my stuff. I swam before work. I think I want to swim again. It's so hot. Rightio, out of there. Shout out to the bartenders. They said they're going to watch the video on Friday. And they better subscribe. All right, so heading to the beach. Yeah, I'm definitely going for a swim. It's hot. I'm sweating. Oh, I just sweat all summer, eh? Yeah, and I've also featured Melbourne Bitter on the channel. Could have been just over a year ago, maybe a bit more. One of the old backyard beer reviews. I did Melbourne Bitter versus VB. We had them in the 370ml stubbies. We poured them both out into schooner glasses. VB won. It was a battle. But I remember VB won not by much. That's why I'm very interested, because when I did the VB Longneck in the bush, if you remember, if you saw that video, the first half was unreal. Loved it. When it got down to like the second half, especially the bottom quarter, it just turned disgusting. Like, oh. Warm VB in a long neck. Whoa. So yeah, I'm just keen to see now the Melbourne Bitter, like, does that get as rough as the VB? Because I've said it before, with like Carlton Draft and Reshes, the ones I love, when they get warm at the bottom, doesn't faze me at all. I still think it's a great beer. So yeah, very interested to see. All right, I'll cut back in down the beach. Here we go, Coogee Beach. So, like to swim in this north end section in the afternoons. Always swim the south end in the morning, but I think I'm gonna go to the north end rock pool. It's looking like it's gonna be pretty good over there. Wow, so good. I can't believe how good it looks. Check this out. Oh. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So I'm just gonna get in right around there somewhere. And then it's always fun to just swim up here. Gets a bit shallow, but it's still good. Yeah, Coogee Beach is just unreal. Oh shit, yeah, get me in the water. That was so refreshing. Oh, rightio. I'll get changed, we'll head up, and we'll crack that longy Melbourne Bitter. Oh, such a beautiful arvo. Now I'm just trying to figure out where to go. Well, because originally I was gonna set up on the boats down on the beach, where we drank the West End draft in the Swan draft video. But I think it was just too many people down there. It was pretty crowded. So we're gonna head up to the cliffs of Coogee here, where I've filmed a lot of beers over a lot of videos. So we'll set up over there. I just can't believe how good of an afternoon it's turned out. Now, how's when I was in the pool, well, the rock pool there, I'm setting up to put my board shorts on and stuff, and this couple, they're right near me, and they're not talking softly, like they're talking pretty loudly. The bloke goes to his girlfriend, "Are you gonna pee in the pool?" And she's like, "Oh, I don't know." He's like, "I think I'm gonna pee in there." And she goes, "Oh yeah, I'll pee in there too." And like, look, we all know we all piss in the ocean. We pee in the rock pool there. But like, keep it down. I'm right there. And then when you get in, like there's a real deep section where you dive in, and they both got in before me, and they kind of just jump in and stay there. And I'm looking thinking, well, are they peeing now? Like, when are they gonna pee? Because they've just jumped in and they're staying right there. So anyway, I had to kind of shuffle myself down onto the shallow bit and just go completely around them, and then I just swum far away from them. Oh, anyway, can't wait to crack the Melbourne Bitter at a great beer spot over here. So we'll get over there, I'll jump the fence and we'll cut in over there. Alrighty, here we go, the long neck of Melbourne Bitter. So I've got my esky bag here. I had an ice brick in the freezer at work, chilling away. And then I bought the Melbourne Bitter Longie from the Dan Murphy's that I work at. So it was $8.50 for the long neck. Now long necks are 750 mils. So they're basically 2 beers in one. So we'll open it up here. Also brought a cold schooner glass with me. Well, it was cold. I had it in the fridge at work because you know we just got the beer at the pub and they pull the schooner glass out of the fridge and then they pour your beer. I wanted to have some in a cold schooner glass, just like when we did the VB long neck in the bush. Now I don't have one of my bar mats because I was planning to film at the boats. So anyway. Oh shit, yeah, here it is. The Longie of Melbourne Bitter in all its glory. Melbourne Bitter, 4.6% ABV. Now I had a look online today. It did previously, it used to be 4.9% ABV. So they've dropped the alcohol percentage at some point over the years. So check it out. Have a look at the bottle cap as well. Man, it looks sexy. I love long necks, eh? That's a beer. So Melbourne Bitter, they obviously made here in Australia. They're owned by Carlton and United Breweries. So Carlton and United own, they own like obviously Carlton Draft. Pretty sure they own VB as well. Anyway, they own like, you know, a lot of the big beer brands here in Australia. So Melbourne Bitter, I also had a look today. It was only in 2015 they started putting it on tap in pubs. And yeah, as I said in the previous video, when we found Melbourne Bitter at that pub in Surrey Hills, that's rare. You don't see Melbourne Bitter in New South Wales. Although Melbourne Bitter, these long necks, they're pretty damn popular at the Dan Murphy's I work at. Like, they sell, you know, like it's not like we have some beers that just sit there and they never sell. These go. And then we also just sell the stubbies. The stubbies don't sell as much. Yeah, a few guys come in, they'll grab 3 of these. You know, I've got a few regulars that drink them, so they sell. So yeah, enough of that. Let's crack it open. Ooh. Now, we're going straight out of the bottle straight away, because if you bought a longie from the bottle shop and you come down the beach on a day like today to drink it, this is exactly how you drink it. So cheers. Unreal. Unreal. Yeah, I mean, this is what I've said. And comment what you think. The beers in long necks, straight from the bottle, just taste bloody amazing. So, one more sip. Yeah, classic Aussie lager flavour there. What could I compare it to? Not as like bready as the Carlton Draft. It's kind of similar to the VB. It's got a bit of this like very minor sweetness to it. Like very minor, like it's giving it, it's setting it apart from other ones. So yeah, that's kind of cool. So we'll pour it into the schooner glass. We'll just go halfway because I want to really enjoy it out of the long neck, because if I buy a long neck of beer, I just drink it straight out of the long neck. I never pour it into a glass, but obviously we want to, you know, give it a real go here. Yeah, classic Aussie lager smell. If we're going to compare it to the one we just had, you can kind of smell it's going to have a touch of that sweetness that it's got. Yeah, it's a bit rougher when you pour it out, definitely. It's almost like a metallic sweetness, if that makes any sense. I mean, look, this is a rough Aussie lager. You pour it into the glass, I'm getting the roughness straight away. But that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Like this, you think about these big time Aussie lagers that have a bit of that roughness. I mean, they're the beers that sell the most. I guess apart from, like, as I was saying last week, Asahi and Corona have really stepped it up. But I guess it's probably what area you live in as well. Like Coogee, bit more international. People want Asahi, Corona. You go to like a real Aussie town, I don't know where, like, I guess kind of where I grew up at, south of Sydney. That's where the big macro lagers are the most popular. So you can see, like, this rough Aussie lager, it's a popular flavour. I like it, but we'll see how rough it gets. But yeah, it's tasting exactly how it tasted out of the tap on that pub crawl. Like, just, you know, good Aussie lager, but just touch of roughness. But not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments about rough lagers. Like, I don't know, I just feel like a rough lager just hits nice. It's like, you can have your very nice beers that are smooth and great, but a rough beer just does what it's meant to do. Like, you've had a shit day at work, you get home, you crack a rough lager, and it's just like, oh God, I needed that. It's kind of like the roughness makes it more satisfying. Alright, I'll kick back, enjoy it for a little bit more, and then yeah, just try and slow it down a bit and just enjoy the view, because it's such a good beer drinking afternoon here. I've only got the one, so I want to kind of enjoy it, and then we'll start filming again soon. Cheers. Oh, can't get over how good drinking a beer in a great beer spot is, like, especially by the ocean. I just love good beer spots. Like, I love being out in nature and drinking a beer. Like, I just love it, eh? So I've been sipping on this Melbourne Bitter. It's been sitting here for a bit now because I was just talking to my mum. She's on a cruise. I'm actually not on a cruise with my mum for once. So it's been sitting here. I put it in the shade. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, eh? Like, it's not getting as bad as that VB. That VB was getting horrendous. The Melbourne Bitter, like, for a rough Aussie lager, like, it's not getting terrible. Now I'm starting to change my mind. When I said the VB was better, when I did, like, the battle, I think, yeah, VB might be better when it's ice cold. Like, obviously I just poured them out in that backyard beer review. We drank them pretty quick. I think the real test to a rough beer is how rough does it get when it gets warm, and VB to me just gets putrid. It's not getting that bad. What else I have to say about Melbourne Bitter? Melbourne Bitter's got a bit of like a cult following. If you go on Facebook, there's a group called the Melbourne Bitter Appreciation Society. They've got about 27,000 members. I went on there today just to have a look. I thought I was a member, but I'm not. Anyway, I had a scroll through the Facebook group, and, like, yeah, people are just die-hard Melbourne Bitter fans. So I guess it's like, same with Reshes up here in New South Wales. I'm a member of that Appreciation Society. They've got, like, this real cult following these beers. Yeah, which is kind of cool. So we'll finish her off. I want to hear in the comments what you think about Melbourne Bitter. Also, what I found interesting was today on that Facebook group, it seemed like there was a few guys from Western Australia putting up photos of Melbourne Bitter. So it must be shipped to Western Australia. It's shipped to here in Sydney. Like, it's not just like it's a beer is sold in Victoria, like in Melbourne as well. Now, what I want to say also about Aussie Lager, Cascade Lager in the blue can. I just had that for the first time the other week. That is unbelievable. And that's not rough at all. That is, like, class. But it's interesting, the Cascade Lager, it's only sold in Tasmania, I'm pretty sure. So that's what I'm just kind of saying, like the Melbourne Bitter, it gets outside of Melbourne and Victoria. So yeah, I don't know, can you get it in Queensland? Let me know. Anyway, we'll finish it off. Yeah, it doesn't get putrid like VB when it's warm. I can see why the long necks are popular. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And like, I'll be buying more of them, 100%. When I want that hard-hitting, rough lager after work, where you just want to just get hit with it, like, oh, get that. That's cracker. Anyway, if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Cheers. Thanks for watching. See you next time.